Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Friday Night Football here on Shelby TV. The Utica Chieftains playing host to the Port Huron Big Reds, Port Huron South, if you will. And the Chieftains looking to try to get a big win here, as the last 2 weeks have not been too kind for them. Losing to Chippewa Valley last week, 49-34, or 2 weeks ago, 49-34, and then Grosse Pointe last week, 33-8. Last week, the Port Huron Big Reds are coming in from a loss, as well as they lost to Romeo, their rivals in the division. In fact, they're tied with them in the division. They lost to them 24-7, so they're looking to get out the schneid and try to get a win here tonight and play spoiler here for the Chieftains at home. 63 degrees at game time, cloudy, and the wind is starting to pick up a little bit. We're expecting some showers, but not supposed to happen until later on this evening, so we will play, obviously, as it goes, as long as there is no thunder and lightning, and the Chieftains getting ready to, it looks like, accept the football here off the kickoff from Port Huron. Last year, these two teams played one another. They lost 27-19, the Chieftains did. Port Huron actually has a two-game winning streak. For the last 2 years, they've beaten the Utica Chieftains. So the Chieftains looking to try to also play spoiler, as if Port Huron wins tonight, they could share the MAC Division title with Romeo. So the Chieftains looking to play a little bit of spoiler, as they are obviously out of the playoff race for the 2014 campaign, and we're just about set to go, waiting for the kickoff from number 25 of the Port Huron Big Reds, John Miller, as he gets ready to punt this football off, as the football is not staying on the tee. As we said, we got some heavy winds that have come through the area here in Utica. We'll see if that plays an issue. Talked to Coach Tony Smith before the game. He's looking to try to attack the football, try to run the football as well with Gwilly Kumino, and try to get a big game out of him, as long and also the quarterback play is going to be a big factor. But here we go with the kickoff, and we're on our way. Bobbled out and out of bounds it goes, so the Chieftains will pick it up on the 22-yard line. And as we said last week, Chieftains coming off a tough loss. Actually, the last 2 weeks coming off a tough loss. The keys to winning tonight for the Utica Chieftains is continue to pound the football with Willie. He had over 200 yards last week and the week before. Convert on third downs. They're having trouble converting on 3rd and 6, and limit penalties. They've been having some problems with the penalty situation for themselves. Gets a handoff now to Gwilly. Gwilly gets about maybe 2-3 yards before he is stopped at the 20-yard line. And again, the Chieftains looking to try to also get Zach Roman going as well to the air attack. Having trouble with the offensive game passing. And a team that uses the jet style to try to play a conservative game of passing and running. We'll see if they can do that. Coach Tony Smith has stressed that all week long at practices. Zach hands it off again to Gwilly, and Gwilly's taken down again for another 2 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 6 to go on the 22-yard line. "11 minutes to go here in the first quarter, as we are just on our way here. No score. Chieftains, again, just trying to get things going for themselves. We've seen them at home. They've played well all season long, running the football and passing it. And again, being away for the last 2 weeks has not been kind to them. Let's see what they do here. Zach tries to pass it off, and I believe it is incomplete, because he tried to get it to number 10, R.J. Pinto, and it's an incomplete pass, so the Chieftains are 3 and out, and they're going to have to punt this football away. See if the wind becomes a factor as well. It is getting pretty windy out there. I believe 15-mile-per-hour winds. Chieftains going to punt this football off. as Pinto gets ready for it. And a bit of a squig kick. Not a good kick at all, but it's going to take a couple bounces and go down about the 48-yard line. So good field to start for the Port Huron Big Reds. And for them, they're looking to keep things going for themselves with Colin Vanny, one of their running backs. The senior, the 5'8", 150 senior running back, gets majority of the handoffs for them. And their quarterback, D'Angelo Sanderson, looking to possibly go to the air tag. So here we go. Sanderson gets the hike, hands it off to, I believe it was Vanny, and he gets about 2 yards on the play. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and 8 on the 44-yard line. Talked to Coach Ryan Mullins before the game, and he's just looking to battle within Limerick Willie's running attack and try to limit their penalties. They had penalty problems as well. Takes the snap, hands it off now to Vanny again, and Vanny will go for another 2, but then a little bit more, and he goes down at the 40. And he's going to bring up 3rd and 3 to go on the 39-yard line with 9:37 to go. Let's see if Port Huron goes for it, and it looks like they are going to go for it. Well, yeah, they would be on the 3rd down. For a minute there, I was taken off track. Thought we were in the on 4th down. So Sanderson takes the snap, hands it off. Fake handoff to the other side, and he's gone. Can he get in? Touchdown, Port Huron. I believe so. Referee hasn't signaled yet, but he did. And D'Angelo Sanderson, with the fake handoff and the quarterback sneak, takes it down for about 15, 20 yards. And the Port Huron Big Reds are on the board. Not how the Chieftains wanted to start this football game off. But a nice play there by the Big Reds. And here comes the extra point, and it's up, and it's good. 7-0 Big Reds with 9:07 to go. Plenty of time. Chieftains need to get things going for themselves. Try to regroup here and get things in order for themselves offensively. So 3 plays down the stretch there for Port Huron. And able to just move it down, but the punt return right in the middle of the football field, so they didn't have far to go, and they took advantage of it, and Port Huron was able to convert. So now let's see what the Chieftains can do offensively. As we said, they've struggled the last 2 weeks. They'll get ready to set for this punt return for themselves. Jason Groman, obviously Zach Groman's brother, back to waiting to receive the punt return. Football's having trouble staying on the tee, so it looks like they're going to have somebody hold it. Number 25, John Miller, getting ready to punt this football off for Port Huron. Port Huron strikes fast, and they put up a lot of points this season so far. They averaged 27.7 points a game, and they've only given up 14. And that's where the Chieftains have trouble as well, only averaging about 7 points a game. You're not going to win many football games if you're only going to average that. And there's the kick. Nice kick to the back. And Groman having trouble holding onto it, but he picks it up, and he goes for about maybe 5 yards on the play. Probably should have just let it go into the end zone for a touchback, but was able to get a little bit out of it up to the 8-yard line. So it's going to bring up 1st down and 10 for the Chieftains on the 8-yard line. 8:58 to go here in this first quarter. The Chieftains looking to try to get things going for themselves. As we said, Zach Roman not having much success offensively passing the ball. So we'll see what happens here on this down. Roman takes the snap, gives it to Gwilly. Gwilly breaks in for about 4 or 5, and I believe a fumble. But I think he looks like he got it back. Number 76 are able to scoop it back up for the Chieftains. So the Chieftains look like they got about 2 yards on the play. Make it 3, so it's going to be 2nd down 7 on the 11-yard line for the Chieftains. Clock ticking away here in this first quarter. 7-0 Big Reds. At some point, we would probably have to see a pass here, change things up a bit. Chieftains showing I formation. Hands it back off to Gwilly again. Gwilly getting some blocks for himself and able to take it right up and get about another 2 yards on the play. He's been their horse all season long. He's had a couple big games for the Chieftains, especially at home. You see him break into those, getting 2-3 yards, and then all of a sudden he'll get the blocks that he needs, and he can be just gone and put those jets on. And that's what the Chieftains are looking to try to get him to do again this week. And he was great last week. Let's see what got a penalty here. Face mask. So the Chieftains.
Penalty ends up on a 1st down.
And that's a big penalty on Port Huron. And again, Coach Ryan Mullins stressed to his team before the game to try to knock off the penalties. And that was their biggest problem last week versus Romeo, was they couldn't curb the penalties for themselves and the turnovers. So the Chieftains taking advantage of things to get a 1st down on the 18. 1st and 10 at 7:53. Roman takes the snap, gets it, and we got flags everywhere. I believe offsides. And it could be on Port Huron, I believe. False start on the offense. Those are the things you can't have happen. I mean, you got to take those snaps. You got to get things going for yourself. So they get pushed back now. 1st and 15 now on the 13 for the Chieftains. The offense has become stagnant here. See what they can do here. Roman takes the snap, gets it to Gwilly. Gwilly breaks in for about maybe 3 on the play. That will bring them to 2nd and 12. You've seen the Chieftains try those little short passes, and they had one right there to number 10, R.J. Pinto, but it was called back beforehand. An offsides play. So let's see if the Chieftains can get out of the hole that they dug a little bit. 2nd and 12 on the 16. 7 minutes to go. Roman takes the snap, and we got flags everywhere again. Not sure what happened on this. And it's going to be on. It looks like it's going to be on the Chieftains, and that's going to
on the offense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
It's 2 offside penalties for the offense. Those are the things you cannot have happen. Especially when you have the football. And that's going to push them back now again. 2nd and 17 on the 11. Handoff to Gwilly again. Gets some blocking. Gwilly up to the 20-yard line, now to the 30. And a big chunk of yards. As we said, that's what he does. He just keeps those legs moving. Gets the block that he needs, and he is up there. Gain of about 15 for the Chieftains, and another 1st down. 1st and 10 on the 30 now. A big run that helped them out of the hole that they were in. Groman takes the snap, gets it to Gwilly again, and Gwilly breaks in for another about 3 yards. And Port Huron pushes him back. So Gwilly having success again tonight, moving the football. And Port Huron stressed that whoever wins the rushing battle is going to win this football game. This would be a big win for the Chieftains if they can pull this one off tonight. At some point, you gotta stress as well as Coach Tony would love to throw the football, but it just has not been there this season for them. Willie in motion, gets the handoff again, gets some blocking, but he's taken down quickly at the 30 for no gain. And that's going to bring up now 3rd and 7 on the series on the 31-yard line with 5:18 to go. Zach Groman Jr. for the Chieftains, number 12, the quarterback at the helm. Still young yet, still learning the game. Chieftains hoping he can break things open here. Groman back to pass, and he's quickly sacked and taken down. And a flag on the play, and I believe it's going to be on the Big Reds for unnecessary roughness. Another man came jumping in after Groman was taken down. Sure looked like it. Let's see what the referee has to say.
Dead ball and sportsmanlike.
Yep.
Here.
Yeah, you just can't do that when the man's down after he takes the sack. So that's going to give the Chieftains a free first down. And again, that's what has hurt Port Huron this season. Even though they are 5-2 and 3-1 in the division, 5-2 overall. So the Chieftains... Actually, it's going to be a 4th and 3 on the 37, so the Chieftains are going to go for it, looks like. And a timeout, I believe, by Port Huron. As Ryan Mullins wants to talk about things here. So the Chieftains on a 4th and 3 on the 37-yard line with 4:46. And it looks like Coach Tony and the Chieftains coaching staff deciding to go for it. See maybe if they change their mind to go for the punt here. And you do have Gwilly, who he's been able to pick up some yardage here for the Chieftains. That last drive he had for no gain, but he was able to break up for about 15 so far to help them out of the hole that they were in with some penalties. And they continue the series. So we'll see if the Chieftains decide to continue to try to keep this drive going. There's the Big Reds huddling up, talking some strategy here to try to get things going defensively to stop the Chieftains on this. And it looks like they are going to punt this football away, deciding to change their mind. RJ Pinto is going to wait for the snap and punt this football. And again, we'll see if the wind has any factor. Takes the snap, high snap, punts up, and again, another bad punt. Just not good at all. And it's down at the 40-yard line. Not sure if it went off his foot the wrong way, if the wind possibly took it. It looked like he just did not get enough on it. And that's not good for the Chieftains at all. Down on the 40-yard line, and the Port Huron Big Reds are going to take over the football on the 40. Seven nothing with 4:34 to go. This is where the defense needs to stand up tall here and get a huge stop on this series. And it looks like that's going to be an incomplete. Nope, they're saying he caught it before he went down. So D'Angelo Sanderson with a short pass over to Tremaine Lee. That's going to be good for about 5 yards. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 5 within the 35-yard line. D'Angelo Sanderson takes the snap. Gets the handoff, and the Chieftains all over him. That was number 11, Zach Kleba. The Chieftains all over him. Number 11, Chris Sieb, the senior tight end and linebacker for the Chieftains, with the big stop. D'Angelo Sanderson waiting for the snap here, directing traffic, man in motion, hands it, fakes the handoff. Sanderson gets it over to number 12. 12 able to catch the football and then get a bunch of yardage out of it, about 10. Big number 12, Tremaine Lee, with the reception. And the Big Reds moving the football and moving the chains. 1st and 10 on the 25. 3 and 21 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 Big Reds. Man in motion again, number 12, Tremaine Lee, and we got another penalty. Looked like somebody...
False start on the offense.
False start on the offense. Both teams having trouble offensively. Not jumping off sides before the snap. And those are the things you can't allow your football team to possibly do. And these kids are young, obviously, but if you're going to win football games, you can't be jumping off sides offensively. Tremaine Lee in motion. D'Angelo Sanderson with the pass. Juggles it, catches it. His big number, I believe it was number 8 for the, number 6, Bobby Wright, and what a catch. Juggled and was able to still come down with it with 2 Chieftains on him, and that's going to bring the ball all the way down to the 10-yard line, so it's going to bring up another 1st and 10 on the 10 with 3:08 to go here in this first quarter, and the Port Huron Big Reds threatening to score. There's number 6, Bobby Wright. D'Angelo Sanderson takes the snap, gets it, fakes the handoff, and then Sanderson takes it himself, and the Chieftains all over him. He faked the handoff to Bobby Wright. And the Chieftains all over D'Angelo Sanderson to prevent him from getting any yardage on the play. Actually, he got about 2, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 8 on the 8. This is where the Chieftains defense needs to get a big stop and try to limit a touchdown here. Let's see what the referees are blowing the whistles here. Not sure what's going on here. Maybe a little bit of jaw jacking going on over on the sidelines. Sure what the deal there was, but well, here we go. 2nd down and 8 for the Big Reds on the 8-yard line. Is just waiting for, not sure what the stoppage is. Something going on here. Referees haven't really explained. Now Port Huron has called a timeout, it looks like. A timeout on the play with 2:23 to go. And there you can see the wind, and Port Huron going with the wind, if you will. Chieftains going against the wind. So far hasn't become a factor because the Chieftains haven't really thrown the football as much. They've had success running the football. But if they're going to beat Port Huron, they're going to have to throw the football somehow, some way tonight even though it has not worked well offensively for them, the passing game. So you see some of the Utica classmates. Cookie Monster there too. He's obviously keeping warm though. Cold night again. It's cooling down actually. It's about 57 degrees here at game Barney Swinehart Field. And as we said, we are expecting some rain. It's supposed to go down to about 50 degrees tonight in some areas. Hasn't started raining yet. But again, we are expecting some rain, so we'll see how that all fares too in this football game. So here we go. The Port Huron Big Reds, 2nd and 8 on the 8. Threatening the score here. D'Angelo Sanderson takes the snap, looking, finding, and right through his hands is Tremaine Lee looking for the pass and not able to hold on as it went right through his hands. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8 to go. This is where the Chieftains defense needs to stand tall. They cannot allow another touchdown for Port Huron. And this has been the problem the last couple of games as well, is that defense is on the field way too much. This is where the defense needs to try to change the momentum here if you can. Big play here. Man in motion. Tremaine Lee. Sanderson hands it off to number 4. He gets it and takes it into the end zone for the touchdown. Devon Washington, the senior out of Port Huron, takes the football in, punches it in, and the Port Huron Big Reds are now up 13-0. That's one thing the Chieftains wanted to avoid here tonight, was to not dig themselves a hole. And they're down 13-0. Barring the extra point here, they'll be down 14-0. The kick is up, and the extra point is good. 14-0 Big Reds. With 2:07 to go here in the first quarter, the Chieftains need to get something going for themselves besides the running game and try to get down there, down to the end zone and punch one in this next drive. And again, the 2 touchdowns that Port Huron has had has been because of failed punts. Bad punts on the part of the Utica Chieftains, not able to push Port Huron back at all. The first touchdown came from a punt that was punched right into the middle of the football field on the 50, and then the second punt just minutes ago went right down in the 40. And Port Huron was able to convert on both of them, just coming right down and putting them into the end zone. And that's how they got their 14 points. So the Chieftains need to get something going for themselves. So John Miller and the Big Reds getting ready to punt this football off. Groman back, along with Jacob Dickinson, waiting to receive the punt. And again, having to hold the football on the tee because of the wind. Here we go. John Miller getting ready to punt this football off for the Big Reds. And the punt is up. And it goes into the end zone for a touchback, so the Chieftains will get it and take over on the 20. So let's see what Coach Tony Smith and the gang can draw up here for the Chieftains to try to get things going for themselves offensively. And again, the Chieftains having trouble again also today converting on 3rd downs. Man in motion. Groman fakes the handoff, gets it to Gwilly instead, and Gwilly will get about 2, maybe 5 on the play. He just keeps about 5 yards, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 5 on the 25 with 1:50 to go now. So Gwilly again having himself a nice game. Chieftain just cannot seem to get down the football field. Man in motion, Groman takes the snap, hands it off again to Gwilly, and he's taken down. At some point, the Chieftains are going to have to try to throw the football. I know they've had problems passing it in the last couple of games, and I know Groman's young, but you would think if they're going to beat Port Huron, or they're going to even try to come back in this football game, they're going to have to try to go to the air. And huddling up over on the sideline with the coaches, the Chieftains, talking strategy defensively for when they do have to go on the defensive side. But as of right now, the Chieftains having a 3rd down and 4 to go on the 26-yard line. 44 seconds and flags everywhere again before the snap.
Ball start on the offense.
That's 3 tonight, offensive false starts for the Utica Chieftains. And that digs themselves another hole. It's going to be 3rd down and 9 now on the 21-yard line with 38 seconds. They're probably just going to let this clock run out here in this first quarter. Or at least wear it down to about 15, maybe 10 seconds. Possibly should have just ran the clock out, but now what do we have here?
He didn't call timeout. He called timeout. Delay game.
It's almost as if these referees at some point here tonight don't know what's going on. I don't want to be cruel or anything, but asking if the Chieftains called a timeout and they didn't. And so now here we go. 15 seconds, 3rd down, 9 yards to go. On the 9, I mean, Groman takes the snap and goes up the field, and he's slammed at the 18-yard line. He had open room, but nothing came out of it. So the Chieftains are going to have to punt the football again with 8 seconds. Chieftains offense just stagnant at this point in this game. Probably should have just ran that clock out. Start things up again in the second quarter. Hopefully they won't come back to haunt them, but we'll see. So again, the Chieftains penalties killing them so far in this football game, and bad punts. And Port Huron has taken advantage on all of them. 3 offensive offside penalty or false start penalties for the Chieftains tonight. So we'll see now if RJ Pinto could get a better punt off here for the Chieftains and help them out a bit defensively. Actually, I take that back. Chris Sieb is now in for the punt. And he can't get it off. And it's down at the 30 or 28-yard line. RJ Pinto, again, not able to punt that football off. He's just not getting it on his foot right. You keep, I know the kid's trying, but those are the things that You have to have that. You have to be able to punt the football away. And now that gives Port Huron the football on the 30. So 1st and 10 with 3 seconds to go. See if maybe possibly Port Huron tries to punch it in real quick. Sanderson back to pass. Gets it up for number 6. And incomplete pass on the play as big number 6, Bobby Wright, the 6'2 senior out of Port Huron, went up for it. And the Chieftains able to avoid another killer touchdown. So first quarter comes to an end. The Chieftains down 14-0. Let's see if they can turn things around in the second quarter. We'll be back with more here on Shelby TV.
Hi, my name is Doug Wozniak. I'm a licensed Michigan attorney, but I'm also licensed as a Michigan real estate broker. If you have any questions concerning real estate, particularly new building construction, easements, boundary disputes, anything at all, please give me a call, 586-781-9190.
Mexican cuisine. Esplendido serves time-tested and taste bud-approved Mexican cuisine that's often copied but never duplicated. Of course, you can still get that famous Esplendido pizza. Dine in or carry out. Almost 30 years of serving great meals to good friends. Esplendido. Good food, spirits, and celebration. Call 586-739-1070.
All right, we're back here on Shelby TV, Friday Night Football. The Chieftains down 14-0 to the Port Huron Big Reds. And Port Huron, or the Chieftains, 3 bad punts have caused Port Huron to get good field for them. Here's D'Angelo Sanderson. He hands it off, and another big yard play for number 7, D'Angelo Sanderson. Just tucked the football in, just took it right up the middle himself, and Port Huron just taking advantage of those bad punts by the Chieftains. And that has caused the first 2 touchdowns and for Port Huron to go up 14-0. So they're looking to threaten the score here again on the 14-yard line. So here comes 1st and 10. D'Angelo Sanderson takes the snap, hands it off. Big juke there by number 4, Devon Washington, and he picks up about 5 yards.
Number 4 this time for the Reds on the carry. Washington. 11
So down on the 8-yard line is going to bring up 2nd and 4. D'Angelo Sanderson hands it off again, this time to number 30. 31 Quad Crush with the handoff, and he takes it up for about 3.
Number 39,
I'm sorry, Devon Lynch had the handoff, the junior out of Port Huron, the 5'10", 175 junior fullback. Able to take it right up the middle for the Port Huron Big Reds. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 1 on the 5. And this is where the Chieftains have to get a big stop defensively. Cannot afford the Big Reds. Hands it off again. And a big stop by the Chieftains defense. And I believe they shut him down from getting that 1st down. And that is exactly what the Chieftains needed. If that is the case, let's see if the referees, where they mark the football. And it looks like they did, yep. In fact, he lost a yard. 4th down and he lost a yard on the play. So it's going to bring up 4th down and 2 on the 6-yard line with 9:30 to go. So the Chieftains, and it looks like Port Huron is going to go for it. On the play, D'Angelo Sanderson, man in motion. Sanderson hands it off. And he looks like he might not have got the 1st down.
Number 4, the ball carrier.
Devon Washington. And he didn't get the first down. So the Chieftains defensively get a big stop here. Port Huron is going to attempt a field goal, which obviously you would this close. But again, the Chieftains did what they had to do in that series. They needed to get a stop and avoid another touchdown from Port Huron. Let's see where the refs are having some discussion about marking the football, but they're switching out the football. So with 9:15 to go, Chieftains take over, and nothing on the play at all.
90 Austin Kowalczyk with the ball. Gain on the play with you.
So it's going to bring up 2nd and 4 for the Chieftains on the 10-yard line.
Back to the spot. Looks like 2nd and 2. Nice game for Austin.
See if the Chieftains can get something going for themselves here tonight. Offensively, they need to turn things on. As defensively, they're able to shut down Port Huron and keep it to a 14-0 game. Roman hands it off to Gwilly again. Gwilly with a nice stiff arm there, and he gets it up to about the 18-yard line. And Gwilly having himself a nice game again. But that's going to bring up a first down for the Chieftains and moving the chains. And again, that's what they wanted to do tonight. They wanted to pound the football. But again, at some point, you would think that they're going to have to throw the football if they're going to get back into this football game as well. 8-13, first down and 10 on the 18 for the Chieftains. High snap, Groman gets it over now to the fullback, and he takes it up for a big chunk of yards. And a big play by big number 90, Austin Kowalczyk, the senior tight end, and we've called his name a lot, especially last season. That's going to bring up a new set of downs for the Chieftains on the 35-yard line. So getting things going here, moving the chains here for the Chieftains, mixing things up. Roman takes the snap, hands it off to Gwilly, and Gwilly's stopped and possibly got about a yard or two on the play. Looks like he got about a yard. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 8, or 2nd and 9. If you're the Chieftains, you need to get a touchdown here before this half is over and climb right back into this football game. Again, avoiding disaster and defensively able to shut down Port Huron, as Port Huron went for it on 4th and 1. But here come the Chieftains. Groman gets the handoff, gets it over now to Gwilly, and Gwilly gets it up to about the 41-yard line, and another first down for the Chieftains. Oh, it looks like he came up short, so it's going to be 3rd and 3 on the play. On the 42-yard line. So the Chieftains again moving the football with 6:40 to go now. Roman hands it off now to big number 90, and he punches it right up the middle. And it looks like he got the first down for the Chieftains. Or see where the referees mark this football. It looks like he might be short. He did get it. He got that first down. So big number 90 just punching it right up the middle. Austin Kowalczyk. And the Chieftains get another first down now on the 45 with 6:06 to go. Roman hands it off now to Gwilly. Gwilly takes it up the middle and gets about 2 yards on the play. Going to bring up now 2nd and 8. So the Chieftains just pounding the football. Slowing things down a bit for themselves. Offensively, trying to get down to that end zone, try to put up some points, get back into this football game. Roman takes the snap, hands it off to Gwilly again. Nice shovel pass. Gwilly gets about maybe 4 out of the play and up to the 50. And again, Zach Roman's learning. He's learning the game. He's a junior yet. He'll be back next season as well for the Chieftains, possibly. Again, learning the game. A couple things that obviously he's got to get better at is passing the football and making decisions, and it will come in time once he gets more success, has more success for himself. The confidence will be there. Roman takes the snap, hands it off to big number 90, and he's up, and he's taken down at the 42. And Austin Kowalczyk, like a freight train, just running right up the middle again, and gets another big set of downs for the Chieftains with 4:20 to go now. So the Chieftains bringing the football down. Austin Kowalczyk, and Port Huron has no answer for him tonight. Roman takes the snap, hands it off to Gwilly, and Gwilly goes down for about a yard. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Austin Kowalczyk, Port Huron has no answer for that big man. Roman takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Roman goes to the air, and he gets it. Pass received by number 18, Dylan Demo. And a nice catch and a nice short pass route right up the middle. And the Chieftains moving the chains some more. They're down at the 25 or 24-yard line for another first down. So the Chieftains doing everything they possibly can to get into the end zone and cut this lead in half. Roman takes the snap again. Hands it off now to Gwilly. Gwilly breaks out, and number 11 on Port Huron grabs his jersey in time to take him down. And another big run for Gwilly, but number 11, Zach Kleba, able to take him down before Gwilly could break away. And you just know that if Kleba wasn't able to get a hold of his jersey, Gwilly could have been inside dancing in the end zone. So with 2:53 to go, the Chieftains call a timeout here, and Coach Tony Smith smells a little bit of blood here on Port Huron's side as they're down 14-0, trying to get into the end zone, trying to cut this lead in half before the half. And it's going to be a 2nd and 1 on the 15. And the Chieftains having success on this set of downs. And again, defensively, they had a big stop down at the end zone, stopping Port Huron on the 4th and 1 from getting into the end zone. And that changed the momentum, if you will, possibly of this football game. But now they have to finish this drive. They have to get into the end zone and get this touchdown. Chieftains huddling things up. There's our camera crew and our control van for Shelby Television. Some of the best guys in the business working in that van tonight. So here we go. 2nd and 1 on the 15 for the Chieftains, trying to finish off this drive. Groman gives it the handoff over to, I believe, let's see who's in that pile. Looks like Kowalczyk again. He gets about the first down for the Chieftains, enough for the first down on the 13-yard line. So 2:46 to go. Chieftains keep moving it. Roman takes the snap, hands it off to Gwilly. Gwilly breaks up the middle again, gets the block, and taken down finally as he keeps pushing the football. And he gets up to about the 5-yard line, but there's a flag on the play, and I believe it's going to be on Port Huron. If this is on Port Huron, that's another big penalty. And it looks like face mask. See what the referees have to say. Waiting for word from them.
Five-yard face mask on the defense.
And again, it is on Port Huron, so that is a big penalty for the Chieftains. That's 3 penalties tonight for Port Huron. And again, head coach Ryan Mullins wanted to eliminate the penalties tonight. That was the culprit for them in losing their football game against Romeo last week. So up 14-0, they got 3 big penalties on themselves. So it's going to bring up 1st and 10 on the 5-yard line for the Utica Chieftains. 2:20 to go. The Chieftains hand it off to Gwilly. Gwilly breaks into the end zone. Touchdown. And the Chieftains get on the board. And a big drive for Utica to finally get on the board, and barring the extra point here, will take this lead of Port Hurons and cut it right in half. So big series, big downs for the Chieftains, running the football and finally breaking things open for themselves. And here's the extra point, and it's up and it's good. 14-7 the score. And Port Huron will take over with the punt, and the Chieftains have to definitely keep their head up high on that one. And you could see them on the sidelines. They're pumped up. Coach Tony Smith's pumped up. That was a great set of downs for them. And again, changing the momentum defensively. They were able to change the momentum, stopping Port Huron down at the goal line. Port Huron had a 4th and 1 and could have made this game a 21-0 football game, but the Chieftains were able to stop them defensively, take over the football, and march right down the field and score and finally get into the end zone. A lot of big running plays. Austin Kowalczyk, Gwilly taking the burden of it off, and also Groman getting some nice passes over into RJ Pinto and right up the middle. So the drive successful for the Chieftains. And let's see now, hopefully they can get a good punt off here. So they're going with the wind. And number 4, Devon Washington, back to accept the punt. So with 2:15 to go, here come the Chieftains defensively, hoping to put some more stops. Keep this score cut in half. A squid kick up to the 28-yard line, and number 5 gets it, and number 5's taken down for Port Huron. That's Colin Vanni. He's taken down at about the 40-yard line. So Port Huron takes it over again at the 40-yard line. Not sure why the Chieftains decided to go with a little bit of a squid kick, but with 2:08 to go here, we'll see if that was the right decision to do for the Chieftains. It looks like a timeout. Yep, timeout for Utica. Coach Tony Smith not taking any chances, wants to make sure things are going right defensively for his crew and keep the score down 14-7, possibly even get the football back if they can cause Port Huron to go a quick 3 and out. So Utica pounding the football like they wanted to in this half and having a lot of success doing it. And Port Huron with the penalties. That's cost them. And again, head coach Ryan Mullins stressed those penalties have been a big problem for them this season. So with 2:08 to go in this half, it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 34-yard line for Port Huron. Could see Port Huron finally go to the air as well, as they haven't been passing the football as well. A couple plays, that's about it. Sanderson decides to keep it with a fake handoff. He gets it up and gets about 4 or 5 yards on the play. The quarterback, D'Angelo Sanderson, he's been doing that all night long, fake handoffs and quarterback sneaks to the right or to the left. And now that's going to bring up 2nd and 5 on the play on the 39-yard line, 1:40 to go. Sanderson hands it off this time to number 4, and he breaks up the middle, and he's taken down finally by the Chieftains. Devon Washington with a big chunk of yards there, and that's going to bring up another 1st down on the 43-yard line. Clock ticking, 1:34 to go. And a delay of game for the Chieftains here. Nope, Chieftains were able to call timeout in time as Gwilly was trying to get out the field fast enough. The Chieftains had to use a timeout. So 1:31 to go here in this half. The Chieftains finally break it open, get down, cut this lead in half. And now Port Huron's threatening a little bit here, down at the 43-yard line. And they have another new set of downs. So see what Port Huron does on this as big number 4, Devon Washington, was able to break up the middle and get about 15 on the play. So Port Huron will line up. Here we go. D'Angelo Sanderson, man in motion. Fakes the handoff, gets the short route over to number 6. And that's Lee. And or Bobby Wright, if you will. And he goes right out of bounds. So another big play by Port Huron with a little bit of a screen pass. So Port Huron tonight has shown pretty much their hand here in this first half. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 on the 30 now. Sanderson, back to pass, gets it over to number 6 again, and he catches it, and the Chieftains take him down at the 20-yard line. Bobby Wright with another reception. 1st and 10 on the 18 with 1:16 to go now. Sanderson gets the handoff at the last second and gets it over, but gets about 2 yards on the play. And Big Reds are going to call a timeout here to stop the clock a little bit with 1:07 to go now in this first half. Here's our fine camera crew tonight, bringing you all the action for Utica and Port Huron. Port Huron trying to capitalize here on this drive, trying to get into the end zone, put this game out of reach a little bit, and back up 2 scores. This is where the Chieftains, again, defensively have to make a stand and shut down Port Huron from getting into the end zone, or even a field goal as well. They can hold them down at the 17-yard line. Wind has died down a little bit. I was going to say the wind would be a possible factor for a field goal for Port Huron, but Seems like the wind is cut down just a taste, but not much. But here we go, 2nd and 9 on the 17 for Port Huron. Big Reds with 1:07 to go here in the half, up 14-7. Von Sanderson takes the snap, looking for a receiver, caught by number 4, Devon Washington, wide open, breaking right through the middle, and a nice cut pass and a tic-tac-toe pass, and now barring the extra point, Port Huron's going to be up 21-0 with 1:02 left in this first half. Net. See number 25 of the Port Huron, John Miller. Kick is up, kick is good. So the extra point is good for the Big Reds, and they're up now 21-7. So they're back up 2 scores, and the Chieftains went from feeling great about themselves and getting on the board and getting into this football game to feeling a little bit dejected, just a little bit. Try to get things going here. A minute and 2 is enough time for a possible punt return, or possibly go deep down the field with a pass and maybe even get into the end zone. So we'll see what the Chieftains have left here in the tank in this first half.
Doing 6 to receive from number 25.
Jacob Dickinson back to receive the punt for the Chieftains. And number 2, Jason Groman. Very quiet here tonight at Barney Swanhart. Classmates had something to cheer about a little bit ago when the Chieftains got into the end zone, but been quiet ever since. And then Port Huron able to get things going for themselves and back up 2 scores here, 21-7 with a minute left. And here's the kick by John Miller. And number 6, Jacob Dickinson, up and taken down at about the 20. So the Chieftains will start things off here on the 20-yard line. Let's see if they go in the air possibly to get things going quickly for themselves with 55 seconds to go and try to take a shot down the field. So here we go, 1st and 10 on the 21-yard line for the Chieftains. Groman takes the snap, hands it off to Gwilly. Gwilly breaks around the right, and he's taken down at the 30, so a big chunk of yards there for Gwilly as they're going to go into this hurry-up offense with 50 seconds to go. Down on the 32-yard line, and another first down for the Chieftains.
First down. Ball now at the 32-yard line.
And a clock ticket now. Oman takes the snap, gets it to Gwilly again. Gwilly breaks up the middle for about another 5 and 27 seconds left. And I believe the Chieftains are out of timeouts, so they're going to have to try to do with a hurry-up offense here. Roman taking direction from Coach Mark Malig. See if they have enough time, 15 seconds. This is probably going to do it for the last play. Groman takes the snap, gets it to Gwilly, and Gwilly's quickly bottled up. And that's going to do it for the half. So the Chieftains, they get on the board, they cut the lead in half, but then Port Huron answers and goes back up 2 scores. At the half, the Big Reds up 21-7. We'll be back with the second half of action here on Shelby TV for Friday Night Football between the Utica Chieftains and the Port Huron Big Reds.
Hi, my name is Doug Wozniak. I'm a licensed Michigan attorney, but I'm also licensed as a Michigan real estate broker. If you have any questions concerning real estate, particularly new building construction, easements, boundary disputes, anything at all, please give me a call, 586-781-9190.
Mexican cuisine. Esplendito serves time-tested and taste bud-approved Mexican cuisine that's often copied but never duplicated. Of course, you can still get that famous Esplendito pizza. Dine in or carry out. Almost 30 years of serving great meals to good friends. Esplendito. Good food, spirits, and celebration. Call 586-739-1070.
All right, welcome back to Shelby TV for the start of the second half in the third quarter. The Chieftains down 21-7 to the Port Huron Big Reds. Let's recap that first half. The Chieftains, the culprits for them in the first half for Port Huron to get on the board were the two bad punts. They killed them. One went down on the 50-yard line, one went down on the 40, and Port Huron was able to march right down the field to put up 14 points. The Chieftains then turned things around finally, was able to get a big set of downs. First, coming off of a big defensive stopping Port Huron on a 4th and 1, and we're able to convert that into a big offensive drive, going down the field with a big series with Gwilly Kuno and Osta Kowalczyk just marching the football right down the field with the running attack. And Gwilly eventually took it into the end zone from the 5-yard line to make it a 14-7 game. But then at the end of the half, before the end of the half, on the 2-minute drill, Port Huron was able to march right down the field and put up another 7 into the end zone and make it a 21-7 game. And that's where we stood at the half. So the Chieftains, they stressed about running the football and pounding the football with Gwilly. They did that. They converted on third downs in that first half, something that they haven't done in the last 2 games. So for the Chieftains to turn this thing around, get a big defensive stop in this first series against Port Huron, come back down and try to get within another touchdown of this football game and try to get things going for themselves. I mean, they're out of the playoff race, but just let everything all hang out and possibly get, ruin the night for Port Huron. And I mean, they win the night, they'll be tied with Romeo for the in first place of the MAC White. So Port Huron 5-2 overall, 3-1 in the division, and they're looking to possibly win the division. And they're a good football team. Don't get you wrong on that one, but if the Chieftains could play spoiler, that would be even better for them. The Chieftains, again, they're a young team. They're trying to turn things around, trying to get things going for themselves, and try to build a good system to rival the crosstown rivals of Ike and Utica Ford. So they're just trying to rebuild their whole system here. As obviously the varsity coaches were let go also before the season, so a whole new regime is there. And they got a young football team, the Chieftains. So let's see what they can do here in the second half to try to climb back into this football game. The wind has died down just a little bit. Not as bad as it was before game time. Still no rain. And, of course, Coach Tony Smith, I'm sure, is going to stress they always have a chance in these games, in which they do. So this is going to be a big half for the Chieftains in building for the future as well, and especially in these last 2 football games. So here's the punt. And another squid kick. And juggles it a little bit for Port Huron as number 6, Bobby Wright, is able to take it up for about 5 yards and taken down. So Port Huron, and again, big set of downs for defensively for the Chieftains. Try to get that momentum back, as they did, as we said in that first half, were able to stop our Port Huron from getting in there, and they were able to put together a nice drive for themselves to get some points on the board. So it's going to be a big set of downs. 1st and 10 on the 37-yard line for Port Huron. D'Angelo Sanderson gets the snap, decides to run it himself as he had to juggle. It was a kind of a bad snap, and he gets about 4 yards on the play. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 2nd and 6 on the 37-yard line.
17, takes the Bronco. Key on the play, a couple, 2nd and 8.
Scratch that, 2nd and 8. You got 2 yards on the play. So 2nd and 8 on the 39-yard line. This is where the Chieftains need to dig down deep. This game's still in reach. I mean, they're only down 21-7. So if they can get some stops, get some points, you can climb right back into this football game. D'Angelo Sanderson takes the snap, hands it off, gets it up to big numbers, or to number 6, or number 5, if you will. Colin Vanni, 5'8", the senior.
Number 5, the ball carrier, Colin Vanni.
I thought he gave it to number 6 at first. That's why I said big number 6. But it was Colin Vanni with the handoff instead, number 5 for Port Huron, and he gets the first down and a new set of downs for the Port Huron Big Reds. So 1st and 10 on the 45. Again, Port Huron looking to get a win tonight. Losing last week to Romeo 24-7. D'Angelo Sanderson calling the play, gets the snap, hands it off. This time to number 5, Colin Vanni again. He got about 2 yards on the play. So now it's going to bring up
Number 4 on the run for the Big Red.
2nd and 8 on the 43.
44 and 50, your Chieftain tacklers out there. Brian Blige and Michael Mayday.
Michael Mayday with the stop. There's Coach Todd Malig directing traffic there on the sideline. 2nd and 8 on the 43. 10 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Man in motion. Hands it off to number 4. And number 4 has no place to go and gobbled right up and taken down at the 50. That's Devon Washington. The reverse by D'Angelo Sanderson with the handoff to number 4, Devon Washington, and he had no place to go as he went over to the left side of that field. And the Chieftains were right there to make sure he didn't get anywhere past to get that first down. So it's going to bring up a loss of 3. So 3rd down, 13 yards, or 3rd down and 13 on the 48-yard line with 9:20 to go in this 3rd quarter. Port Huron lines up, fakes the handoff. D'Angelo Sanderson looking for the pass, tipped and incomplete. And a nice play defensively for the Chieftains as number 12, Tremaine Lee, was not able to come up with it. And the Port Huron Big Reds are going to have to punt this football away, and that is exactly what the Chieftains needed. Defensive stops. And they're going to get this football back. Jason Groman back to receive the punt. It's Coach Tony Smith and his assistant coach there yelling out, barking some order, special team coach. There's the punt. The punt's up by John Miller. And he'll take the knee and down at the 8-yard line. So the Chieftains will start things off on the 48 with 9:04 to go and try to climb back into this football game. Excuse me, the 10-yard line. My bad. So 1st and 10 on the 10 with 9:04 to go. The Chieftains try to put another big offensive drive for themselves. They line up. Groman takes the snap, hands it off to Gwilly, and Gwilly's gobbled up right away. Actually, Groman wasn't even able to hand off the pass. That's how quick Port Huron was able to blitz him.
Covered up by Zach Roland in the backfield. Coverage on the play for the Big Reds, number 44 and 56. Raymond Randall.
Zach Roman, again, the junior quarterback for the Chieftains. Still trying to fine-tune his game just a bit. The Chieftains make some changes. Number 24 coming into the game, Trevor Luzinski. No, he's not coming into the game. He was coming into the game, but then they decided to pull him back out. So here we go, 2nd and 15 on the 15, 8:20 to go. Chieftains line up, man in motion, hands it off. Groman hands it off to, I believe, number 2, his brother, Jason Groman. And he gets about 3 on the play. So brother to brother there. And it's going to be a 3rd down and 7 yards to go on the 13 with 7:58 to go here. Chieftains down 21-7, trying to get things going. It's Coach Tony Smith. Big number 90 going to come out now, Austin Kowalczyk. He had a big first half, trucking the football up the field for the Chieftains to get things going for themselves. So the Chieftains line up. Groman takes the snap, looking for a pass, goes left, or goes right, sorry, and it's incomplete. Looking for his brother again, and number 2, Malik Mason right there to get his hand in, the senior from Port Huron. So the Chieftains are going to have to punt this football away, and they better hope that they can get a good punt off here because they're at the 13-yard line. You got to try to push Port Huron back. You cannot afford Port Huron to be able to come back down again and have good field to start off their series. And it looks like they're going to let Austin Kowalczyk kick the football, and he boots this one up to about the 40, and it takes a bad bounce back. So Austin Kowalczyk not only can run the football, but he can also kick the football. And nothing against R.J. Pinto, he just had a bad night punting the football. We know he can punt the football. He just had a bad night tonight. So the Chieftains decided to go with Kowalczyk and give him a try. Again, not a deep punt at all, and that could have come back to haunt the Chieftains with 7:15 to go. 1st and 10 on the 33 for Port Huron. D'Angelo Sanderson takes the snap, hands it off, gets it to number 39, and he breaks 4 tackles, another tackle, and he's down at the 10-yard line. Devon Lynch, the junior from Port Huron, able to get a 1st down and then some for Port Huron. And Port Huron, again, they've taken advantage of the bad punts all night long that the Chieftains have given them and turned them into points twice. Let's see what the Chieftains can do here. D'Angelo Sanderson decides for the fake handoff. He tries to go left and then is come down fast by the Chieftains. And it looks like number 50 of the Chieftains, Michael Madej, took him down. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 on the 10 with 6:22 to go now in the 3rd quarter. There's Coach Todd Malig with Coach Tony Smith screaming out some orders for the Chieftains. Big play right here. Port Huron lines up, man in motion. Sanderson fakes the handoff, passes it over to number 6, number 5, Colin Vanney. And it's an incomplete pass as it went right through his hands. And again, last time Port Huron was down this deep, the Chieftains were able to get a big stop. Take the football over it as it changed the momentum of the football game. Colin Vanney comes out of the game for a substitution. 3rd and 10 on the 10-yard line now for Port Huron. They line up. Sanderson directing traffic. Takes the snap. Looks to the middle, looks to the left. Caught by number 12, and he drops the football, and I believe it is going to be a complete pass. Tremaine Lee with the catch. And that's going to be short of a 1st down, as it's going to be 4th and 2 on the 2-yard line. And let's see if Sion Strange with the stop. So 4th and 2 on the 2-yard line, and Port Huron's going to go for it. And the last time they went for it, this deep, the Chieftains stopped them. Sanderson fakes the handoff, and he's taken down again, and the Chieftains do it again. The goal line defense stands up, and the Chieftains put another stop to Port Huron, and they're going to take the football back over on the 3-yard line with 5:11 to go in the third quarter, down 21-7. And those are the type of plays that changes the momentum of football games. Well, you get a big play right there to stop the other team from punching it in for 6. But now the Chieftains down at the goal line. They have to try to get this one out. And they do. Groman gets it, I believe, to Gwilly. No, Groman took it himself and pushed it right up. And you got about 3 on the play, so the Chieftains get out of that little hole that they were in at the 1-yard line. That pushed them up, I believe, to about the 5. It's going to be second and 5 on the 8-yard line. 2nd and 8 on the 8-yard line. And it looks like Groman might be hurt. Or no, number 57. I thought it was Groman at first. Number 57, Michael Wolkers, is hurt. The training staff's going to come running out along with Coach Tony Smith. So the Chieftains with a big defensive stop. Let's see if they can get things going. They're moving the chains in the right direction on one play right there. Groman was able to push it right up the middle and get about 2. Took him away from the goal line. Again, that's Michael Walters on the taking a knee. I'm not sure what happened as he went to line up in the huddle. There's Zach Groman, quarterback, practicing some snaps. It looks like he's going to be all right, Michael Wolkers, as he's going to come out of the game. We'd like to thank Esplendido's Mexican Cuisine for our catering this afternoon. And again, if you're out that way, stop on in. They're open as you see the dates or the times on the screen. So call them, 586-739-1070. If you're having a celebration and you'd like to book it out or book the place out, call them up. They have great food, pizza, subs, mini burritos, jalapeno poppers, you name it. They have it, and it is good. Esplendido's Mexican Cuisine. The Chieftains stopped there for a gain of 3. I believe it was Gwilly again. So 3rd and 2 on the 10-yard line. With 4 minutes creeping up here in this third quarter, down 21-7. Again, the Chieftains averaging about 70 points a game, and that's something that has hurt them. Just not able to put up enough points to complete any wins for themselves. Groman takes the snap, hands it off to Gwilly. Gwilly breaks a couple tackles and gets it up to about the 18-yard line. Nice play there for the Chieftains. And the Chieftains 2 weeks ago put up 34 points. But a losing effort against Chippewa Valley. Had a great first half, but the second half just couldn't hold on as Chippewa Valley just took over. But plenty of time left here with 3:25 to go here. And Gwilly is running the football. It's something that Port Huron was worried about, trying to contain him, and he is very hard to contain if he keeps those feet moving and he gets the blocks that he needs. Groman takes the snap, hands it back off to Gwilly again, and he pushes it right up the middle for another big gain. Actually, that time it was Anthony Harris. And that's the first time we've called his name tonight, as he's been not getting the majority of the handoffs this season, mostly to Gwilly, and it's understandable, but nothing against Anthony Harris, as Gwilly has just been on fire all season long. So the Chieftains line up. Groman directing traffic. Groman takes the snap, a high snap, and a quick handoff I believe this time to Anthony Harris.
Number 90, Carrier,
Nope.
number 55.
Ostakwalchuk this time. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7 yards on the 19 with 2:12 to go. Coach Tony Smith giving his offensive coordinator, his quarterback coach and offensive coordinator the instructions to give the Groman. She goes back to the huddle. Now they line up at the line of scrimmage. Groman takes the snap, hands it off to Gwilly. Gwilly turns the corner. Ooh, and he took a bad hit. Put his head down. And that's going to do it. The Chieftains are going to have to punt this football away. So Port Huron containing the Chieftains running game just a little bit here on this set of downs. And the Chieftains sooner or later are going to have to try to go back to the passing game, which I know has not been successful, but they got to somehow get that going for themselves again if they're going to try to climb back in this football game. Ostakwalchuk with the punt, and again, it's just popped right up. That has hurt them all night long. And it's something that they've had a problem with tonight. And Coach Tony Smith is beside himself on the sidelines. He can just wants a good punt. I mean, that hurts a football team and the defense when you cannot punt that football and pin your opponent back. And they're going to get the football right on the 24-yard line. So that's 4 bad punts tonight for the Chieftains special teams. D'Angelo Sanderson takes the snap, fakes the handoff, decides to keep it himself, runs it right up the middle, and gets about 5. 55 seconds, clock ticking away here in this 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 3 on the 17. Gain of 7 for D'Angelo Sanderson. He gets his instructions, comes right back on the field. Sanderson, the junior, 6 foot, 165, quarterback for Port Huron, takes the snap, hands it off, and not much, but enough for the 1st down for Port Huron with 17 seconds to go for number 39, Devon Lynch. So, no, he was short of the 1st down, so it's going to be 3rd and 1 on the 15. And that's going to end the 3rd quarter. So the Chieftains have a lot of work to do, especially right now defensively. Need to get a stop. They're down 21-7. We'll be back with the 4th quarter from Barney Swanhart.
Hi, my name is Doug Wozniak. I'm a licensed Michigan attorney, but I'm also licensed as a Michigan real estate broker. If you have any questions concerning real estate, particularly new building construction, easements, boundary disputes, anything at all, please give me a call, 586-781-9190.
Mexican cuisine. Esplendido serves time-tested and taste bud-approved Mexican cuisine that's often copied but never duplicated. Of course, you can still get that famous Esplendido pizza. Dine in or carry out. Almost 30 years of serving great meals to good friends. Esplendido. Good food, spirits, and celebration. Call 586-739-1070.
All right, welcome back to the 4th quarter here at Barney Swanhart Field. As the classmates trying to urge their team, the Utica Chieftains, their team, to come back in this football game. They're down 21-7. And Port Huron threatening to score. Port Huron now lines up on the 15. 3rd down and 1 yard to go for the Big Reds. Not sure what's going on here. Referee stalling things up here. No, the Chieftains lining up here, changing things up, calling an audible. Big Reds line up D'Angelo Sanderson directing traffic, takes the snap, hands it off to number 4. Number 4 pushes up the middle and gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Number 4, Devon Washington. We've called his name a few times tonight. He's had a pretty good game for the Port Huron Big Reds. The Chieftains looking for another big stop here. 1st and 10 on the 8-yard line. Sanderson hands it off again to Devon Washington, and Devon Washington goes up the middle for a gain of 3. Then bring up 2nd and 5. It was a 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5 on the 5-yard line. Again, those punts just wear things out, but the Chieftains have to try to turn things around here defensively. Push back. Port Huron lines up. Devon Washington gets the snap, hands it off again to Devon Washington. D'Angelo Sanderson just handing the ball off now. Wearing some clock down. 10:50, 21-7 Port Huron. It's going to be a 3rd and 1 now on the 1-yard line. Big stop here for the Chieftains. They have stopped Port Huron on many 3rd downs here tonight at that goal line. Here we go. Port Huron lines up and decides to call a timeout with 10:24 to go. Chieftains want to talk some strategy as well. Utica Chieftain Marching Band trying to get their team going here, and the Tomahawk. I haven't seen the Tomahawk tonight by the classmates. Some fun times there, Barney Swirenard, and obviously not for. There's Cookie Monster. Obviously not for the football team, but hopefully they could turn things around here in the future. But it all starts with trying to win some football games, and there's still time left here to try to climb back in this football game with 10:24 to go. So 3rd down, 1 yard on the 1 yard line for Port Huron Big Reds, threatening to score. They line up. D'Angelo Sanderson directing traffic, takes the snap, hands it off again to number 4, but this time the Chieftains just gobble them up, and not enough for the 1st down. So the Chieftains do it again. And it's going to be a 4th and 1 on the 1 yard line, and Port Huron, they are going to go for it. 3 times Port Huron has gone for it on 4th down, and the Chieftains have stopped them. Will it be time for a 4th? Utica still has an opportunity to climb into this football game. They just need to get a stop here and get the football back. 4th and 1 on the 1, 9:37. D'Angelo Sanderson, man in motion. Sanderson takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Chieftains all over him. Caught. Touchdown, Port Huron. Number 85 for Port Huron. Bruce Hudson, his first catch tonight. And Port Huron goes up 27-7 with 9:25 to go. The Chieftains blitzed D'Angelo Sanderson, but Sanderson was able to have enough time where Bruce Hudson was able to get open and get the pass into the end zone for the touchdown. So now John Miller will attempt the extra point, which is up, and it's good. And it is a 28-27 football game. So the Chieftains have a lot of work cut out for them with 9:25 to go here in the 4th quarter. Chieftains showed some good stuff in that first half, but what has killed them tonight was the punting. Just not able to punt that football to push Port Huron back, and you just can't do that stuff to your defense. It hurts your defense. And hopefully that's something that Port Huron or Utica can address for next week as well. But again, this team's young. A lot of juniors on this football team. A lot of seniors that are going to be leaving as well. But the core of this football team, Zach Groman and Jason Groman, Willie will be back. All three are juniors. So they will be back next season for this football team to try to build around. But that is if they try out, which I'm sure they will. So here comes the punt. John Miller's going to punt this football away and kicks it up. High kick. Chieftains receive it. And he's taken down at about the 30-yard line. I believe that was Jason Groman with the reception. So the Chieftains with 9:18, just got to keep working. Try to, keep your head up, and there's never any quit in any team. Got to keep things going, keep the morale going, and try to get down the field and put in 6 into the end zone. So the Chieftains line up, man in motion. Groman fakes the handoff, decides to keep it, and decides to run it right up the middle, up to the 40-yard line. So a gain of 10 and a first down for the Chieftains with 9:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Actually, that was Gwilly, my bad. He took the snap. So the Chieftains are using him as a running back and a quarterback right now to end or to on this drive here in the fourth quarter. So Gwilly back there now is QB. Gwilly takes the snap and a fumble, and the Chieftains are going to lose the football. And those are the things that you got to watch out for when you have a gimmick offense type play right there in that series. And we've seen Gwilly do this before. He did it the last 2 weeks where they decided to. Yeah, the Big Reds got the football, definitely. He fumbled that football right after that snap. But we've seen this the last 2 weeks against Chippewa Valley and Grosse Pointe. The Chieftains went to this to try to give Gwilly more of the football, to try to QB sneaks a little bit more and often. But tonight just did not work. So Port Huron's going to get the football back on the 38-yard line. So going to bring up 1st and 10 with 8:40 to go. And I expect Port Huron just to probably just run the football here from here on out. D'Angelo Sanderson takes the snap, hands it off to number 39. Number 39 taken down quickly. Devon Lynch for no gain. So 8:20 now. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 9 on the 37-yard line. (28-7) Port Huron. The Big Reds line up. D'Angelo Sanderson hands it off, fakes the handoff, takes it himself, pushes it right up for another gain of 4 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7 on the 35-yard line. And Sanderson has had a pretty quiet game tonight. Didn't go to the air as much as I thought he would tonight. Both teams' running game. And again, head coach Ryan Mullins said whoever wins the running game battle is going to win this football game. But I think the Chieftains won that battle, but they're going to lose this football game. 7-17, 3rd down and 7 on the 35-yard line. Sanderson takes the snap, has it, looks, looking, trying to find something, decides to run it, and we got a flag on the play, and he'll take it all the way down to the 20, but I think this is coming back. I believe there's a penalty on Port Huron, but I could be wrong. It sure looked like it, and it is. So this one's going to come back. I'm not sure what it's thinking, an illegal block. Let's see what referee has to say. Face mask.
Holding on the offense.
No holding. That was a correct call. No wonder why Sanderson was able to bust over to the right side and able to take it down for a big chunk of yards, but this one's going to come back. Port Huron gets pushed all the way back to about the 40 or the 52-yard line. Actually, the 48-yard line. They're pushed all the way back to the 48. 3rd and 7 on the 48 with 6:50 to go. Port Huron lines up. D'Angelo Sanderson takes the snap. Has nothing going. Finally finds number 21 wide open in the middle, and he takes it up the middle. And finally, nope, not taken down, but finally pushed out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Number 21, Jake Lee with the catch. As the Chieftains showed blitz. And D'Angelo Sanderson was able to find Jake Lee right in the middle. And Jake Lee was able to take it up for about a gain of 25 yards. So it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 24-yard line. Man in motion, hands it off to number 4. That's Devon Washington, and he is going nowhere. Right back down into the line of scrimmage, so Devon Washington goes for no gain. So it's going to be a 2nd and 10 on the 24 with 6:16. And again, Port Huron looks like they're just trying to run the clock out just a little bit here and go home with a win. And the Chieftains held their own, I believe, in this football game up until late in that first half. And the bad punts costing them as well. Special teams just not having a good day for the Chieftains. Port Huron lines up. Sanderson hands it off now. And he's taken down for about 2. As he hands it off to number 5, Colin Vanny. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 7 on the 21-yard line with 5:15 to go in this football game. Port Huron's going to line up. D'Angelo Sanderson directing traffic again, takes the snap, has time, going to the left, and throwing right over number 12 for an incomplete pass. That was Tremaine Lee, the intended receiver. So that's going to bring up 4th down and 7 on the 21-yard line. And they're going to go for it again. I'm not sure if Port Huron just does not have any faith in their field goal kicking unit or what, but man in motion is number 21, Jake Lee. And Sanderson finds Jake Lee, but he is taken down and is short of the 1st down. So the Chieftains will get the football back with 4:40 to go. Not sure again why Port Huron just decided not to. I guess and add insult to injury, I guess, and put up another 3. So, needless to say, the Chieftains will get it back on the 22. Down 28-7 in this football game. And Port Huron's going to go up 6-2 on the record. And here's a handoff to number 2. Actually, Gwilly, and Gwilly broke through all the tackles, and he's gone. Touchdown, Chieftains. Kuno Gwilly with the big run there, got the blocks that he needed, and it even confused me because it looked like the handoff was to Jason Groman, but Gwilly was able to come right around that left side, got the blocks that he needed for the open field, and he was just gone. And the Chieftains tack on another 6. And they're going to go for the extra point to try to make this a 28-14 game. So again, never quitting. The Chieftains never giving up. And the kick is up and the kick is good. So it's a 28-14 game. Just like that, Kumino Gwilly with a big touchdown for the Chieftains. And possibly we could possibly, I know the special teams have not been very good tonight, but possibly could see an onside kick here. I know Coach Tony Smith has tried it before, and that was a nice play. That even confused a lot of us up here in the booth. Again, they thought that was going to Jason Croman. It looked like he did. He got the fake handoff, and Gwilly was just gone as Port Huron bought into it. So with 4:26 to go here, see if the Chieftains try a squid kick and try to get an onside kick and get the football back. And it looks like they're going to go for an onside kick. Number 18 for the Chieftains going to try it. Dylan Demo. This would be huge if the Chieftains can recover this football. A lot of time left for them to trying to show a little bit of confusion there. And to change things up, so Chieftains are definitely going to go for that onside kick, and there's the squid kick, and it's too deep, and Port Huron gets it. Number 12 of the Port Huron Big Reds, that's Tremaine Lee, as he received it. Just too much mustard on it. Great try, though, by Dylan Demo. Just too much on it. And Port Huron will pick things up here on the 35-yard line. So 4:24 to go. I expect Port Huron to possibly just take some runs here, run the football, and wear the clock out. Chieftains have a couple timeouts left as well. Takes the snap, hands it off to number 4, and he's just able to break it right up to the 50-yard line. That's Devon Washington again. So that's going to bring up a 1st and 10 on the 50 for the Big Reds. Again, as I was saying, Port Huron is going to go to 6-2 on the year, and first place of the MAC White Division. The Chieftains going to fall to 2-6 on the year. Takes the snap. Sanderson hands it off and takes it in for about 2 yards. Is number 5, Colin Vanny. There's no word on what, if there's a final between Anchor Bay and Romeo. That would depict as Romeo is 4-3 overall in the division. Hands it off now again to number 4, Devon Washington, and Devon Washington gets another big chunk of yards for the Big Reds with 2:57 to go, and the Big Reds just wearing the clock down now to put this thing to bed. The Chieftains with a gallant effort though tonight. Just the special teams just not on the right page tonight. The punt unit just was not able to get high enough punts to pin Port Huron back. Port Huron was able to convert 3 times on the punts. And the Chieftains, that in the end killed them. I mean, they showed a lot of effort tonight, especially the running game. They had a very, very good night in the running department. Offensively. Defensively, they had a couple good series where they just shut down Port Huron at the goal line. But in the end, it was the special teams that did the Chieftains in, and that's something that they're going to have to work on in practice for the last game of the season. Coming up next week against Sterling Heights Stevenson right here at Barney Swinehart. So it's going to be another tough matchup for the Chieftains next week. But needless to say, it's Coach Tony Smith. It's a team that he makes sure that he stresses do not give up. And again, he's got a lot of kids coming back possibly next season. But we have 2:13 to go. D'Angelo Sanderson with a deep pass. And throwing way over Jake Lee's head, the intended receiver. So we got 2:08 to go, 4th and 8 on the 48-yard line. And they're going to bring out their punting team, the Big Reds, that is, and punt this football away, and the Chieftains will get the football back for possibly one little last drive with 2:08 to go. I believe the Chieftains have 2 timeouts left as well. Jason Roman back there to accept the punt. He waves it off. It's going to trickle just a little bit. I believe down at the 25-yard line. So with 1:59 to go, the Chieftains down 28-14, 1st and 10 on the 26. Possibly going to give it to Gwillia again. Groman is coming back in, it looks like. Because again, they tried that gimmick offense, with Gwilly, which isn't bad. I mean, you're giving him an opportunity to possibly cause some havoc out there defensively for Port Huron, but it just didn't work last time, and he fumbled the football, but got a high snap. So Groman comes back in to be the quarterback. They line up on the 26. Groman takes the snap, looking left, finding his receiver, and incomplete. Caught it, but it hit the field, so Zach Groman to his brother Jason Groman. And an incomplete pass. So 1:53 to go here, 28-14. 2nd and 10 on the 26. Groman takes the snap, looking left. He's hit, and luckily that was not intercepted, as that would have been probably called that he passed the football as he was going to pass the football, and it got, I believe it was number 9 of Port Huron that got a hand in there. So Zach Groman with 1:51 here, 3rd and 10 on the 26. looking to try to get another first down here to possibly make things interesting. Roman takes the snap, gets it to Gwilly. Gwilly breaks a couple tackles and gets it right up to the 30-yard line.
The ball carrier for the Chieftains. Number 11 out there in the tackle, Zach Cleveland. Fourth down.
So it's 4th and 6, and the Chieftains call timeout. I don't think they would go for it, but I could be wrong. I mean, there's still an opportunity here if they do get down the field quick enough that they could make things interesting with 1:34 left. See what Coach Tony Smith decides to go here. Obviously, the punt kicking team has not been good at all. 4 punts have cost the Chieftains some points here and did them pretty much in this football game. So he could decide to go for it here instead of punting it away. Might be the best option for them. It's obviously if Utica doesn't convert on this and Port Huron gets it back, I'm sure they'll take a couple knees and get out of this game with the win. But 1:34, 4th and 6 on the 30. The Chieftains looking to try to get a first down. Chieftains line up. Man in motion. Groman gets the snap and he takes it up the middle. Actually, I believe it was Gwilly again, and Gwilly's slow to get up and he's short. So Port Huron stops them short of 2 yards. But no, they gave it to him. And a first down for the Chieftains. And Gwilly's going to go back out there as the QB for the Chieftains. So this time it worked as he faked the handoff to Jason Groman, and he was able to get that first down. And they got it. So here we go. Chieftains line up. Gwilly gets the snap. Gwilly decides to pick it up and pushes it right through for another 5. And he's finally taken down at about the 45-yard line. So the Chieftains moving the chains with 1:02 left now. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. On the 46. So this time that offense is working with Gwilly as the QB. You're going to talk things over. I believe Coach Tony Smith called another timeout. I believe they have one more timeout left. So 28-14 with 1:02 left. If somehow Gwilly can break away and get down that field for a TD, things become a little bit interesting. So this is a big-time play here. 2nd and 2 on the 46. Chieftains go to line up, waiting for Port Huron to come back out of their huddle. Kuman Gwilly just having a big game tonight. Big-time player for the Chieftains. And again, you got to love that he's coming back possibly next season for this unit. So here we go. Chieftains line up. Gwilly takes the snap. Looking left, going for the throw, going deep. Grumman with the catch and a touchdown, Chieftains! What a play for Utica with 54 seconds left, going deep down the field. And Kuman Gwilly with the fake handoff again, but this time goes deep to Jason Groman. And it's 28-20, and the Chieftains making things interesting here. And again, that never quit attitude brought on by the head coach of this Utica Chieftain team, Coach Tony Smith. And the Chieftains going to put this extra point up and get within 7. And it's up and it's good. Now you go for that onside kick again and try to get the football back. So interesting enough, the Chieftains down 1 score. And what a play again. Gwilly hooking up with Jason Groman down the field, wide open as he burned his defender right at about the 25-yard line. And the Chieftains with a big touchdown. And I'm sure that's the strategy that's going to be talked about right here. And Coach Ryan Mullins of Port Huron is telling his crew, be aware of that onside kick. I mean, last time, obviously, they put a little bit too much on it. It was number 18, Dylan Demo. And this is a big play here. If the Chieftains can somehow get this football back, they have a great opportunity to tie this game up. Or actually take the lead if they can get down and get a touchdown so they can get that try for the win. So here we go. Chieftains with a squib. And right to number 11, I believe it is. Number 1. It's Devon Owanski. That's probably going to seal the deal, but the Chieftains, again, making things interesting as Port Huron, I'm sure, will take a couple knees and get out of this one alive. So the Chieftains making things interesting as, I mean, Keelan O'Gwilly, he's always dangerous. And he showed another side to him tonight where he was able to pass the football, and he went deep. Those are the couple things right there. The Chieftains have some big-time players on this football team that they can look forward to possibly next season as well. And again, one more game to go as Port Huron is going to take that knee, and they're going to try to get out of here alive with the win. They're going to go to 6-2 on the year. They're going to lead the MAC White Division and probably run away with it now, depending on exactly what Romeo has done with Anchor Bay over in Anchor Bay tonight. The Chieftains are going to fall to 2-6 on the year and 1-4 in the division. And again, Stevenson comes in next week right here at Barney Swinehart. We will bring you the action at 7 o'clock right here at Barney Swinehart Field. And of course, Shelby TV, we will have it for you. But a gallant effort again for the Chieftains, and the never die attitude, never quit that they bring to the table every game. And sooner or later, it's going to turn into some wins for them, and they'll turn things around. They just got to keep building on the program, keep building things up. So the Chieftains fall 28-21. Thank you for joining us this week again for Friday Night Football under the lights here at Barney Swinehart Field. The Chieftains with a big effort tonight, but come up short. And the Big Reds possibly going to be running away with this MAC White Division as they win 28-21. For the crew and the cast here at Shelby TV, I'm Mike Ventimiglio. So long, everybody.